Hello, hello, good morning. Let me know when you come on. Make sure to say hello. I'm Teresa with Teresa Rene Art. Hope you guys are doing fantastic this morning. I am, we're going to be finishing up a bottle that we started last week. Good morning, Dana. Hello, we are streaming in 4 different places. We're on 2 different YouTube channels, the Royal Court Arts YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, which is Teresa Rene Art. We are on Facebook at Teresa Rene Art and at the Royal Court Art. So if you see me responding to somebody and you didn't see them comment, it could be that they're watching from a different place. Hello, hello. We've got a few people coming in. We'll give it just a few minutes. Hope you guys had a great week. Let me know what you guys were up to this week. Hello. So I am excited about this bottle. Hello, Karen. We got a lot of YouTube watchers this morning. That's awesome. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, it is a little nasty out. Hello, Denise. Hi, Karen. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining this morning. Yeah, it's like it's thundering and lightning and kind of gross here. But so far the internet and the power is holding. So keep your fingers crossed. Hey, Cindy, good to see you. Thank you for catching the replay. Hey, Donna. Good morning. Hey, Carol. Good morning, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. Hope y'all are doing fantastic. We're going to finish this bottle today. This is what we started last week. We did a kind of a textured bottle. We're going to keep working on that today. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Hi, Sandy. So if you missed it last week, we covered a lot. We make sure to watch the replay if you missed it. We engineered this bottle topper and how to get it secure in here, which was super fun. We used resin and we used our safety equipment. And then you guys, I did trim around the top with just some molds. I put a little bit of trim around there just to kind of finish up that top so you can see what I did there. Okay. It's just a little bit of a La Blanche trim and then some of the Decoupage Queen smaller trims on there. So it's dry. It's ready to go. Let's turn our camera down. Let's get it going. Hope you guys can see okay. I'm going to grab my cradle. And this is the cradle. And we're going to set this guy on here so we can begin painting. We're going to paint. I'm going to do turquoise and gold as the colorway that I decided on. I also have, I want to show you guys this. I had this box of like junk jewelry that I've had forever and ever that I was thinking will hang around. Thank you, Karen. So we'll kind of like decorate and hang around maybe once we're done. It's just like old, you know, it's not real gold or anything. It's just old jewelry, and I got a lot of it, like bought the whole box full on eBay. So we'll see what we can find that we can hang around the neck of this thing when we're done. Maybe give it a little bit of bling and stuff. So I love this. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. All right, let me put this aside. Let's get some turquoise paint and decide what we want to do. I think I'm going to do the crown and that part. I think I'm going to do that in gold. And I'm thinking this one, this paint, let's see. Some metallics might actually be pretty good too. This is the patina green, I think. What does that say? Juniper green. Let's see. That's a nice one. Yes, old costume jewelry. Excuse me, I got the hiccups, you guys. All right. Let me see what other colors I have. Maybe. Are these the same? These look almost identical. Yeah, those are the same. It's funny how when you're like, you think you're picking two different choices, and then you pick up the exact same color. I'll let you guys decide here on our decor paint if we want to do. This is why I need my glasses. This one is emerald. If we want to do emerald, or if we want to do juniper. You guys let me know if you want to do emerald or juniper. Doesn't matter to me. I think it's going to look beautiful either way. Yeah, and I'm like, once I get the hiccups, I can't stop. This one's emerald. This one's juniper. You guys let me know which one you want to do. Emerald. Cindy says emerald. Emerald. All right. We got 2 votes for emerald. We got 1 vote. Oh, 2 votes for juniper. Closing in. It's getting close. Okay, what else do we have here? We got how many votes? Okay, we got juniper, emerald. Y'all, it's even. Y'all aren't helping here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 votes for emerald. 1, 2, 3. 3 votes for juniper. I think it's gonna have to be emerald. Okay, I think we're gonna go with emerald, you guys. Hi, Mira. Karen, you tied it up. Juniper. All right, let's keep going. Denise says a combo of both colors. I mean, they are pretty similar. I guess we could sort of mishmash because I was even going to throw in some of this ivy into it. So why don't we do that, you guys? You both win. Since it's a tie, that means you guys want both. So that's what we'll do. Sue's voting for juniper on 4 channels. Hilarious. Okay, we'll do both. Why not? A little variety never hurt anybody. All right, so, and then I want to get my pigment fix for this. Do gold pigment fix. And where's my paper plates? Sorry, bear with me. I gotta get my act together here. Stirring sticks. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so let's start painting. We'll do both. And maybe even a little bit of this ivy green metallic. All right, so yeah, I organized too much and now I got to get up and get everything. So I got to get my my bottle, my spray bottle. That's what happens when you start putting things away, is when you sit down and you need it, You got to get up and get it, which is fine. All right, so I'm just going to mist this. I'm going to paint the whole thing, and I'm going to do both colors as per your suggestions. And let's start with the emerald. And I'm just going to cover it up. It's probably going to take a few coats. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint my trim with the colors as well. Just painting the whole thing sort of indiscriminately right now. We're going to do a lot of aging, etc. And pounce it down in there. They are pretty similar, but one looks a little bit richer and darker than the other. Got my hair in there, which I don't want. But it's going to look pretty cohesive when we're done. And I'm not really cleaning my brush in between. I'm just sort of alternating where I'm dipping it. If I want more differentiation, then yes, I can just wipe off my brush in between dabs, and that's totally fine too. There's a lot of texture on here, you guys. This is from that structure plaster. Super, super good texture on here, which is amazing. And I'm using the chalky paint. That's right, Sue. One does. Yep. One is a little more green. One's a little more blue. They are both extremely gorgeous colors. All right. And I will have to pick this up and continue, or dry to flip it over. I think I'll just pick it up to continue. It's fine. It is nice. Yeah, I like the blend. They are working nicely together. Harmonizing, if you will. All right, so let's pick this guy up. Let's continue. Of course, whenever you lift it from a different angle, you can see all the spots you missed. Anyone doing anything fun this weekend? What are your plans? Let me know. Just curious what y'all are up to. Yes, it makes it a little more interesting from the get-go, right? It's juniper and emerald in the Pentart decor paint chalky, which is like Pentart's version of furniture paint. If you haven't tried it, I recommend trying a couple. Just get a couple colors and see if you like it. It does dry with a beautiful matte chalky finish. And you can either use wax over it or any top coat. We like the Pentart Soft Touch top coat. Gives it like a velvety touch. We're not going to use that today, but if I were painting a furniture piece or something, that's probably what I would use. All right. You could just use acrylic paint too. You could use whatever paint you have in similar colors is fine. Okay. And then we're going to dry this guy real good. The topper I'm going to paint that in like a cream color. We're not going to make it exactly the same. All right. Yeah, it's the Pentart wall decor structure plaster that I used on it. So if you're waiting on some wall decor items, we just placed a restock order for a lot of our retailers. So if you have a favorite retailer, ask them if they ordered it on our latest round. We got some more cracking plaster coming in and some more of the structure plasters and such. It, when you have a new product, sometimes it's hard to know like how much to order, what the demand is going to be. So we keep selling out of it, which is a good problem. Oh goodness. I'm hoping that those of you who want it or wanted to try it, who are here, most of you guys, if you're here, have probably already gotten what you wanted. But sometimes when somebody shows something, and I know it's frustrating if you can't find it anywhere. So if you're waiting on something, you can't find it, let me know. I'll see if I can help you track it down. And for our retailers who are on, feel free to share your links if you've got stuff coming in or have these products in stock, like any of the paint colors that I'm using or the wall decor items. Of course, any of the molds that I used. All right. All right, we're looking good. We're cooking with gas, you guys. All right. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. I think one coat is going to do it. Just need to do a few different angles here. If I have some white spots showing, that's okay, because we are going to use some antiquing gel. I think on the crackle plaster, Tina, Pentart was pretty much like they didn't have very many left, so I got what I could. The paint, no, because nobody ordered it. None of our retailers ordered the larger sizes of paint. But if there's something you want, you're interested in it, and I know you were talking with David too about possibly bringing it in, then we can order whatever you need. All right, let me blow dry here. Okay. Let's do. Okay, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and paint the topper. I'm going to paint the topper in the cream white. All right, this is the Decor Paint Chalky in cream white. And we're going to paint this guy in this color. I just want it to be different. I don't want it to be like exactly the same. And I sort of want it to stand out. So I thought, let's do a different color for the topper. They'll both be distressed and aged and antiqued and all that good stuff. And we'll probably have to do 2 coats of this one. Hey, Kim. How are you, friend? So did anybody make a topper last week after our live? Curious if you got inspired or did a bottle or something. Thank you, Betty. Well, if not, have you at least scouted around at home for your next bottle project? Or even in the thrift store or something? All right. 2 bottles, so no need for toppers. Gotcha. All right, let's. All right, so the next decision that we have to make as far as antiquing goes, and I really don't care either way, I'll do whatever you guys want, is whether or not we're going to distress it with brown antiquing gel or black. I guess, well, what we'll use the umber. So it'll be either the umber wall decor laser, which is pretty much, it works exactly the same as the antiquing gel, or the black antiquing gel. Like I said, I don't have a preference. either way. Sue says umber. Ah, Betty, I see what you're doing there, huh? All right, let's do umber. I think umber probably will be the better choice for the turquoise. All right, so before we do that though, we need to put some gold on these molds. So let me get my pigment fix and small little brush. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but I do think the umber, Lynn, I think it's going to work best for this project. So let's stick with it. We'll try to do, maybe what I'll do is I'll do black for the topper, or we'll try to find something else soon to use the black with. All right, so I'm just mixing some paint, some gold metal powder with pigment fix. All right. If we feel like we have an opportunity to stick the black in there, then we will. All right, so we're just going to go around. We're going to paint these molds in that gold. Which will also be distressed. So this beautiful clean gold will not remain. We'll do the crown. Me too. And I love the way it goes on. And using the clay, it makes the emblems just a lot less perfect and just more sort of in sync with the aged look of the bottle, you guys. And quite honestly, if I felt like it would have been stable enough, I probably would have used clay on the topper too. But because we're doing a lot of pressing and we want that topper to stay intact and it's just kind of on its own, resin was a better choice for the topper. Okay. Okay, and one thing I want to say, you guys, so as much as I'm inspired by Michelle Butler's techniques, I've never watched her do a bottle, so I do not know what her techniques are. And she probably does things that I do not know, but I also, I can't see her page on this page. I can't click on her. So I don't know if she has my Teresa Rene Art page, if she's filtered it out or something, but I'm not sure she would appreciate me teaching and calling it her technique, because it's really not. It's just I'm drawing inspiration from her because I like her style a lot. So just be mindful. If you do a project and you share it, just be mindful what you're calling it. I've never watched her do any art, so I have no idea how she does it. I'm just showing you, if I were to create something similar, this is how I would do it, if that makes sense. Thank you. Thanks. And I really try to respect other creators in that way. But I was just really surprised when I went to I shared her link last week, and then I went to click on it, and it said the page couldn't be found, but I can see it from my personal page. So I'm like, I've never interacted with her before or even mentioned her anywhere before. So it seems odd to me that I would be filtered from seeing her stuff. But anyway, you never know. You never know where somebody's coming from. Very weird. Yeah. But I'm inspired from so many different people and places. And you guys, so I just got, I took that trip to Europe, and I'm creating my fall designs. I think you're going to be excited to see some of the inspiration that I got from France and some of my fall designs. Okay, so the other thing that I want to do, yeah, I don't, she doesn't do tutorials. And I get the feeling that she may not want people making work that looks like hers. It's just my feeling. Okay. So I'm going to just kind of sprinkle in some gold here as well, like into the bottle itself. And you could also do this with like gilding, you know, like with gilding metal flakes. But I'm just going to kind of try to do it randomly here. All right. And if I felt like if I did too much overkill, I'll just come back in and do a little more turquoise, you know. So don't worry, like if you feel like it's too much or whatever, because you can always fix it after. I know, Betty. That's where I'm coming from. I'm like, well, I don't think you're gonna be able to stop people from creating bottles, even if you were the first one. And you probably weren't the first one. Okay. Okay. All right. So, all right. So I'm going to dry. I think that's good. We'll stop there. Oh, Donna, thank you for saying that. I'm so happy to hear that. That really blesses me to hear you say that it's given you confidence to just do it. Because, you know, most of the finishing stuff, like I said, is just paint, right? So if it doesn't turn out, paint it again. I need to make sure everything is really, really good and dry before I put the, let's put some gold up here. But before I put the antiquing gel, Susan, you can watch the whole process on my page. I did this live last week, so you can watch the whole thing. Too much to try to explain. Trying to be careful too with my resin topper, because it's resin, it will soften if I put too much heat on it. All right, so I feel like we're ready now to distress. My stuff feels pretty dry, so let's start that. We're going to use the wall decor umber. If you don't have this or you can't find it, just use the antiquing gel. It works exactly the same. All right, so I'm going to mist. And let's start antiquing. I'm trying to, I don't want it to dry, so I just want to wipe up as I go. All right. So we can certainly come back in if we feel like it's too distressed. We can always come back in and dry brush a little bit of that bright color back in, which we will do. And then we can also maybe even add a little bit of a lighter touch to it as well. But we'll see how it plays out when we get there. It's too early. It's too early to tell what we're going to need. Can you use transparent crackle gel? You can. I didn't use any crackle at all, though. This is all structure paste. I contemplated using the cracking plaster, but I decided, like, I don't think it needs any cracking on it. I think it has enough going on without it. So I opted not to do that. The transparent cracking gel, it depends on what look you want to go with. It is transparent, and it's sort of, it's more meant for, like, I would use it more as like a finishing product to go over maybe decoupage, or I don't think I wouldn't use it in something like this because it's not like an opaque plaster, you know? That makes sense. Like, you're not going to paint over it, in other words. The primer that I used was the Pentart gesso, the white gesso, or what's it called? Primer paste is what it's called. That's the one I used, and I pounced it on the bottle. And then I went over and applied the structure plaster over the top of that. All right. Okay. So let me, I'm going to do the topper now. right, let's do this side. Try to be careful not to undo my work. All right. Yeah, it looks very old, very vintage. All right, so let's close this up. Let's dry. Now for the next part, we need to again dry very well. So let's go ahead and dry some more, because it's the finishing touches that are really going to make this thing pop. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Diana. Okay, so I feel like we're pretty good here. What we're going to do is we're going to go grab, actually we're going to do, this is a turquoise green, and we're going to, let's see how my, oh, we are completely dry there. Let's see what else I have. Maybe this one. Turquoise blue. Okay. So we're going to take a little bit of a light. Let's take this juniper and this turquoise. We're going to kind of lightly, very lightly, you guys, dry brush to bring out some of this texture. And we're not going to do it everywhere. We're just going to do it here and there. Could probably bring back in some of the original color as well. Give it a little bit of visual interest. Enough so that it just brightens it back up a little bit, but doesn't undo what you did. And I'm not doing it everywhere. I'm just doing it enough so that I have, what I'm going for here is contrast, a little bit more contrast between the light and the dark. Because right now, after we did that wash, it's very dark. And so what we're trying to do is just come in and give it a little bit of newness again. And it also helps to bring out the texture that you worked really hard for. It helps to highlight that. So this is a very dry, I'm dipping it and then wiping it. It's a dry brush. And I just am choosing a little bit lighter of a color. And see how that texture sort of starts to jump off the page. And I'm kind of working around the gold. I'm not covering up any of the gold. So like this patch here, I'm just going to leave that dark. It's just brightening it back up. That's all we're doing. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to, thank you, Nicole. I want to get I'm going to get my gold back out. And some places I'm probably covered it up a little too much. So now I'm just kind of coming back in and brightening up some gold. I'm not doing it everywhere. I'm just sort of saying, oh, I'm just letting it sort of kind of bounce back in. And then here, I'm just kind of doing it on the tops. Just to kind of give it a little bit more freshness so the whole thing doesn't look super old, but you're having glimpses of that freshness pop back in. And I'm doing it in the spots where I did it originally. And here I've decided that I want to go all the way around the bottom trim here. I think that is going to look nicer. All right, and then I got some stuff up here. I need to do it all the way around up here. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to work on that topper a little more. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're going to come back over here. We're going to brighten this back up with some of that white. Again, we're going to take our white chalk paint. And we're going to just dust that back on as well. My, this topper, like for some reason, all that water is sticking in the crevices. So I'm going to have to come back in and do this again once it's dry. And I'm going to really try to brighten that topper up a good bit. And then I'll come back in with a little bit more gold as well. But like some of my water is sticking in my crevices, so it's affecting my result here. I'm being a little more generous with the paint here. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Let me just inspect it and see what we think. I think that looks pretty good. I don't think there's anything else I would necessarily do. But you know, you always like, you say that, and then sometimes like, so here I'm taking a little bit of this lighter white. So I'm sure as I look at it, I will kind of keep changing my mind and decide to keep playing. But this is kind of the basic idea. I mean, I think I've pretty much captured what I had in mind when I started it. And you can definitely see the old world feel and the old world Louis the 14th, right, vibe coming through. So the way that I would finish this off is I would try to find in my little stash here, I would try to find some sort of chunky necklace or something that I can wrap around a couple times, maybe even a pendant. We've got something like this, like here, or something like this that we can throw over it and kind of give it some window dressing in terms of jewelry. You can do something like that. You could find some sort of pendant or something if you have some old jewelry. Let's see if I have anything suitable. Like I've got something like this. You could maybe try to figure out a place for that. This is kind of cute. It's like a little heart locket made in Austria. So maybe something like this, little heart. Little heart on there. So this is kind of just like a little excess, right? A little excessive and fun, just to give it a little bit of zing. and pizzazz. Or if you like it without the costume jewelry, you could certainly leave it alone too. But I sort of like it with the costume jewelry because I think it just gives it kind of that French sort of over the top look. And look at my little heart that I found here. So anyway, you guys, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. The finishing part was not hard at all. Just paint, right? Just it's all the same techniques that we always use. Just paint and antiquing gel and a little bit of gold paint. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here. And oh, that's funny. Your Sue says her great grandmother was one of the single girls that was sent here to Canada by King Louis XIV to marry French explorers. That's awesome. All right, you guys. Well, have a great week. I don't know what we're going to do next week, but we'll figure something else out. And appreciate y'all being here. All right, take care. Bye-bye.